Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2017 GED graduation. Today, today we honor the graduates' accomplishment in finishing their high school equivalency. And we welcome and thank everyone for joining us today on this special occasion. As we get ready to start our commencement ceremony, we would like to make a couple of announcements. First, we ask that you silence your cell phones during the duration of the ceremony. Also, if you would like to take pictures, we do have areas that you can take pictures on that side and on the other side. And now, let us join Vicente Leyva to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Vicente, for that wonderful rendition of the national anthem. In honor of the graduates, we are joined today by leaders, faculty, and staff of educational and community institutions which support students to obtain their high school equivalency. Let me introduce them and acknowledge them for their support of the GED graduates. From the College of Lake County, please join me in welcoming Ms. Amanda Howland, trustee of the CLC Board of Trustees. Dr. Philip Kerrigan, trustee of the CLC Board of Trustees. Mr. Hansel Lopez, CLC Student Trustee for 2017-2018. Dr. Richard Haney, our Provost of the CLC. Mr. Kenneth Gotch, Vice President for Administrative Affairs. Ms. Karen Lavin, Associate Vice President for Student Development. Dr. Alisa O'Brien, Assistant Vice President for Educational Affairs. Ms. Karen Schmidt, Executive Director for CLC Foundation. Ms. Marilyn Carver, Department Chair for the ABE GED Department at the College of Lake County. And lastly, yours truly, Dr. Arlene Santos George, Dean of Adult Education. We also have from the Lake County Regional Office of Education, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Royce Lee J. Wood, Regional Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Gary Pickens, Assistant Regional Superintendent of Schools. We are also honored here by our special guest, Dr. Jamie Quesada, the keynote speaker who will deliver the commencement address, and Ms. Maria Lawrence, a GED graduate who will deliver the message from the students. Their stories will inspire you. Lastly, we would like to also welcome Ms. Judith Haga from the Libertyville Women's Club, which have been providing annual scholarships to GED graduates. We would also like to recognize the CLC Adult Education faculty and staff, the Waukegan Public Library tutors, and our community partners such as Mano a Mano, the Lake County Jail, and the high schools. We also like to acknowledge the CLC Testing Center and the Tutoring Center staff. Would you please rise, and let's give them also a hand of applause. For the next part of our program, our special guests will deliver their messages to the graduates. First, let us welcome Dr. Richard Haney, our provost at the College of Lake County, to deliver a message from leadership.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? All right. Well, I'm Rich Haney. I'm the provost here at the college, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of the graduates, their family and friends, teachers and mentors, and other guests who are with us today. I'm delighted to extend congratulations on behalf of the faculty and staff at the College of Lake County on your special achievement. What makes the high school equivalency graduation very special is that it's a personal victory for all of you. This is a celebration of your courage, your determination, your intelligence, and your hard work. My hope for each of you is that you use this victory as a springboard to your next educational experience. Because by 2020, 65% of all new jobs will require some form of a college education. Don't let this be your last stop. The College of Lake County has many great career programs leading to employment or transfer programs leading to world-class universities. You are always welcome at the College of Lake County. On a final note, for every graduate, there are special people who helped you get here today. Family, friends, instructors, tutors, mentors, and many others who helped you achieve this goal. Please join me in thanking them for their care and commitment. Again, congratulations to each of the graduates. Next, please welcome Ms. Amanda Howland, CLC trustee, to deliver a message on behalf of the board.
Good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations. On behalf of the College of Lake County and the Board of Trustees, I am delighted to extend our congratulations to all of you, and I'm so happy to have our GED graduation program active once again. You may know that for a couple of years, we didn't have the actual graduation ceremony, partly because the test rules had changed and it was a little more difficult to coordinate everything. But this year now, finally, we are back, and I love watching all of you and what you have accomplished. It's a beautiful day out there today. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and all of you have mothers, so please, happy Mother's Day to them. Commencement is something that we as trustees are very proud of. It makes us feel good because we know that we're fulfilling our mission to make sure that we have an educated population and that we provide the programs that you need to be successful in life. Since January of 2014, the College of Lake County has helped 526 people get their graduate equivalency exam. By completing your high school equivalency, what you've done is you've put yourself in a position where you can go on to other things. And you should be extremely proud of this because now you have an opportunity to continue your education. And education is something that no one can ever take away from you. It's something you will have your entire life. So the more you can learn, the more you will succeed, and I congratulate you all. As you leave today with your certificates, as Dr. Haney said, I also encourage you, come back, take some other classes here, continue what you've already done, continue the progress you've already made. We would love to have you. And once again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the College of Lake County, congratulations to all of you. You deserve a round of applause for your achievement, and we wish you the best in your future.
Hello, it's my pleasure to introduce our student speaker for today's ceremony. Maria Lawrence obtained her GED in 2013 and is a model of perseverance to achieve an educational goal. She participated in the adult education program at College of Lake County on and off since 1999, and right after obtaining her GED, enrolled at the college to pursue an Associate in Arts degree. She will be graduating in summer 2017 and plans to transfer to DePaul University in Chicago this fall. While at the College of Lake County, Maria has been a very engaged student. She is currently president of the Black Student Union and is an honors student. She has received various awards, such as the Leadership Certificate and the Excellent Student Award. Maria's career goal is to be a social worker or a teacher. As a social worker, she believes she can help others who are experiencing the same economic, social, and personal challenges she has had in her life. Maria acknowledges the importance of the various social service agencies available in the community that have provided her with the assistance she needed. As a teacher, she knows she can make a difference and help others through education. Whichever career path Maria chooses, we're confident she'll apply the same dedication and determination as she has had to accomplish her educational goals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Maria Lawrence.
I would like to say congratulations, guys. You guys are looking good in this blue. I started COC in January, the year of 2013. At that time, I received my GED, and I couldn't stop there. I continued with the hopes of changing the lives of my children and I. I must say it was not easy in the beginning, but with the dedication of my time and hard work, I made it through with receiving my first degree. Being a single parent with 4 children and trying to finish school has its many challenges. but nothing is more rewarding than having those same brilliant children encourage you daily. My children are every bit of my strength and motivation, and without them, I don't think I would have made it this far. I dropped out of school at the age of 17, and my life changed drastically fast. I went from a child to an adult within 9 months due to giving birth to my first child. With becoming an adult, I had to get a job to take care of my responsibilities. My education was then put on a back burner, and I learned real fast that I could not make it in today's society without a higher education. I vowed to myself and my children that when they were all up in age, I would go back to school. I wanted my children to have a positive role model to look up to. I wanted to beat the statistics of what society says about a single black woman with children. I wanted to be part of the change and not a part of the current issues that develop being minority. I wanted to be, this is what brings me to my goals and aspirations in life. I plan to get my associate's degree at COC, and after I graduated, I plan to transfer to a 4-year college to get my bachelor's degree. Well, as of yesterday, I graduated with my Associate's of Arts degree. When I started at the College of Lake County, I was in the ABE classes, which were very stressful. I did not realize how far behind I was. I continued to go, even though the embarrassment of not catching on as fast as I had hoped started to bring my confidence level down. Math has always been a challenge for me, even in high school, and for the longest time, I thought it was just my brain that did not want to receive this information. I remember going home many times crying to my children and saying, I just can't do it. I would never get my diploma. My babies would encourage me and remind me just how strong they thought I was, and the fight was on again. I could not disappoint my children. They had been through enough already. They deserved to see me get through this. I took the test several times and failed, but the one thing I noticed was that my math score was getting closer to the passing mark. So I guess my brain was multitasking after all. On my last chance to take this test, I was scared out of my mind, and I spoke with the testing lady at Lakeshore campus by the name of Joanne Jacobs. She advised me to gain confidence and to stop thinking so negative. Her exact words were, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Meaning, if you think you can't, you won't. My heart changed instantly, and the following day, I passed with more points than I needed. Going back to school is my biggest accomplishment thus far. The day I received my GED was the day I lifted any stigmas that was associated with the choices I have made in my life. My involvement in my community, along with my family, has been a wonderful experience. I have shown that with perseverance, hard work, and dedication, anything is possible. The sky is my new limit. I do not put boundaries on my life any longer, and my children are benefiting greatly from the strong person I have become. As I continue through school, my life changed drastically for the better, but I have also experienced a few hardships along the way. My house was robbed. I became homeless with my children. My car was repossessed, and everything that I imagined that could go wrong actually did. I have never been a materialistic person, but I also have never experienced such trauma like this. My kids were hugely affected by all the things that were going on, but I had to continue to be strong for them. As I look back in amazement, I realized that it was not all me, and indeed, it was God that carried us. I remember going through my spells of depression and wanting to completely give up, but I just could not give up that easily. I took a couple of days off and then decided to go back to school and push myself even though I was not there mentally. My mind was elsewhere. Finally, a voice of reason came in the image of my former professor. She asked me what was going on because she could tell that I was not my normal self. At first, I told her that I was all right, but after a few minutes of care and concern that I received from her, I instantly broke down in tears. I could not believe the love I felt from her and how genuinely concerned she was for my family and I. Their encouragement and the support I have received from COC has been dynamic. From day-to-day issues and where my education is concerned, I am filled with joy and hope constantly. My decision to go back to school was the greatest thing I could have ever done in my life. The College of Lake County has matured me greatly and has also set a clear path before me that I will forever be grateful for. My life has not always been typically easy, but the journey has given me deep appreciation for my future endeavors. Thank you, guys. Stay encouraged.
Thank you, Maria, for that inspiring speech. I had some tears of joy for you. Good luck to you on your next journey, and I am confident that you will reach your next goal. Next, please welcome Ms. Marilyn Carver, the chair of the ABE GED department at CLC, to deliver the message from our faculty.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, class of 2017 and 2015 and 2016. It's very important when we achieve the milestones in our lives to take the time to stop, breathe, and think about what you've just accomplished. To that end, I want to share with you a great reflective tool called stoplight breathing. I had to teach you something today, right? It's based on the simple imagining of a stoplight in your head. Red is stop, yellow is breathe, and green is think. So settle into your chairs, put your feet nice and flat. Are you ready? Stop. Now breathe and think. Savor and celebrate your completion of this most important step. Be so proud of all it took for you to get here, because we are. On behalf of all the teachers in our program, I want to tell you that we know the obstacles you have to get over every day to get to class, to study, to work, to take care of your families, and to summon up the courage to step into that testing center every single time you take an exam. We know how hard you've worked to get to this day, and we celebrate with you. We know how many mistakes were opportunities for growth and for learning, because they always are. We know this is only the first step on a lifelong journey of learning, success, and persistence. Knowing these things, we, your faculty, wish you congratulations on your hard-won diploma. There are so many people involved in your success, not just here today, but in your classes as well. So we thank all of your teachers for being willing to design great lessons and strategies you will carry into all of your future school and career endeavors. We thank your classmates who may have provided support, help, and even a ride or two along the way. We thank your families who may have helped around the house a little extra or watched some of the younger children so that you could go to class. For some of you, we thank your employers who understood that your education makes them a stronger company and perhaps helped out by cooperating in scheduling so that you could get to class. And as your teachers, we also have a few people to thank. We thank the volunteer tutors inside and outside of class, for their encouragement, support, and time. With them at our side, our instruction is even more effective to helping you achieve your goals. We thank the adult ed office staff, our student support staff, our data operations and enrollment services staff for the assistance and support they provide to all of our students to make their journey run smoothly. Extra kudos to all of those who were involved in setting up this wonderful graduation today. Now, while applause is nice, another important thing that you can do to show appreciation for all of these people is to continue to set and reach your goals, grow and learn from your mistakes, and savor and celebrate this wonderful moment on your journey. We wish you the best and look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments and progress. We are so happy for you. This day, for many teachers, is our favorite day of the year. And we thank you for enriching our lives and teaching us about reaching goals, celebrating, and moving forward. Congratulations.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations, graduates. I have the pleasure this afternoon of introducing to us our keynote speaker, Dr. Jamie Casada. Dr. Jamie Casada is currently an emergency medical physician at William S. Middleton Memorial Veterans Hospital in Madison, Wisconsin. Since 2007, he has practiced emergency, family, inpatient, outpatient, and surgical medicine. Prior to that, Dr. Casada taught anatomy, physiology, biology, and science at William Rainey Harper College, Northern Illinois University, and University of Illinois College of Medicine. In addition, Dr. Casada became a certified diplomat by the American Board of Family Medicine in 2005 and holds both Wisconsin and Illinois medical licenses. Dr. Casada's educational journey started where you are today in earning his GED in 1983. From there, he went on to graduate from William Rainey Harper College with an associate's degree in 1993 and a bachelor's degree from Northern Illinois University in 1995. He earned his MD from the University of Illinois in 2000. Dr. Jamie Casada has received various honors and awards throughout his career, such as the 2008 Distinguished Alumni from Harper College, 2010 Paul Harris Fellow from Rotary International, and the 2005 Trio Achiever from the U.S. Department of Education. He was a member of the Gold Key National Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society, on the National Dean's List, and was an Illinois State Assembly Scholar. At the University of Illinois at Chicago's College of Medicine, he was vice president of LARAMA, the National Network of Latin American Medical Students. He has done volunteer work at hospitals in Haiti with the International Medical Corps and with the JP Haiti Relief Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Jamie Casada.
Hello. I want to thank the faculty and staff and my friend Lucy Engberg, who I haven't seen yet today, for inviting me to come here and speak to you. It's a great honor, and because I'm also a GED recipient, I'd like to appreciate why, like you, I received the GED. It was the first step in my academic journey that continues to this day. As a physician, I have to continue my education on a yearly basis and accumulate certain hours of education. And I you have to go to a conference every year, so I try to go to the ones in Vegas because they're more fun. When I was in high school, I met with my guidance counselor, and he said to me that I was not college material. I don't know how many of you folks have heard those words in one form or another, but it affected me. It affected the way how I saw myself and how I thought others saw me. Granted, at that time, education wasn't the most important thing in my life. But when you're 15 and your own self-image is still forming, it can make a big difference in where you see yourself in education. Expectations of my abilities still had an effect on how I saw myself. And it took a lot to overcome those expectations. Overcoming your expectations takes a great deal of maturity, and I congratulate each and every one of you for overcoming your challenges and working hard to earn your GED. When I became a board-certified physician, my sister-in-law gave me a small plaque, and on that plaque it said, "Each step in the journey is the journey." With this achievement, achieving your GED, a myriad of doors are now open to you. I guarantee that most of you don't realize right now the importance of your accomplishment today until in the future sometime. I just finished a 24-hour shift in the emergency room, so I may be a little punchy. But last night I flew grandfather who had a heart attack to the catheterization lab at the University of Wisconsin. And this man had the main blood vessel in his heart was completely blocked. They call it the widowmaker blood vessel because it feeds the main portion of your heart. And the team worked very effectively, very quickly, and we got this gentleman transported to the cath lab, and he survived. Now, had I not gotten my GED, none of that would have happened. Years later, when I was fully mature enough to appreciate the importance of my education, I was able to return to school at my local community college and begin my educational voyage in earnest. Just a word about community colleges. They will change your life. When I returned to school, I took a remedial studies course for adults and people like me, folks like you, returning to school. And community colleges are such an incredible avenue for success, but you do have to work at it. My goal was never to be an emergency room attending physician teaching young doctors. My goal was day to day. You take good notes. You be prepared for the next lecture. You study hard for the next exam. You come into work and you work hard and you learn from every day. And this way, I'm grateful to my father, who was an apple picker. He had a third-grade education. He instilled in me a tremendous work ethic. And he would tell me, "You are only worth your last day's work and the money in your pocket." Success is not brought about by any one achievement, by a daily achievement. Each step of the journey is the journey. Well, I dropped out of high school. Well, technically, I was invited to leave. I thought what I had was a foolproof method of truancy. My mother did not write in English. So when I needed a note to be 5 minutes late, she would sign the bottom of a sheet of paper, and it would turn into a 3-day vacation. The jig was up when a secretary that spoke Spanish called my mom, and then, of course, they found out that I had all these unexcused absences and I was invited to leave. Like I said, at the time I wasn't college material. So afterwards, I got a job weighing spools of copper wire for an electric motor company, and I saw my prospects were dim. I was ripe for the picking for a Marine recruiter, and after getting to boot camp in about 2 minutes after they started shaving my head, I knew I wasn't going to be a lifelong Marine. If I knew how good I looked, with a bald head, I might have stayed in. Luckily, while I was in the Marine Corps, I was able to get my GED during my enlistment, and over the years after my discharge, I worked from one job to another. And for me, the turning point was after being hired at holiday help at a local post office, I was let go. For me, this was a travesty. I mean, who gets fired from the post office? But truth be told, I was a pretty rotten mailman. But you have to commit yourself to the hard work. When you fail, and you will fail, pick yourselves up, commit yourself to working harder. When I first got to medical school, I met my classmates, my new peers. They were incredible minds from Harvard, Yale, Cornell, Northwestern. I was more than a little intimidated. I struggled a lot. I had to repeat my first year of medical school. And even then I failed an exam and was down to my last opportunity to pass a biochemistry or fail out of medical school. So probably the most vulnerable part of my entire academic career, I went to my biochemistry professor for help. So instead of offering a hand, he says to me, "Maybe you should consider doing something else with your life." This got me really pissed, really pissed. But I worked harder than ever, passed that exam. And afterwards, I was still really pissed. And I wrote to everybody. I wrote to the president, the secretary of education, the governor, state representatives. I copy and pasted everybody. I was really mad. Other than my classmates also were having similar struggles. This led to a series of hearings, which were led by a young state senator, Senator Barack Obama. And I know at the time who he was going to be, I probably would have tried to be better friends with the guy. But medicine's a full-time job, and after that period, I didn't have time for any more politics. And honestly, things did not get any easier, but I was able to progress. And even after graduation, there were difficulties. My first residency director really didn't like me. We didn't see eye to eye. I definitely wasn't your typical young physician. I realized that I was getting the business from her, which is pretty easy when somebody's in a position of power. So unfortunately, during a heated argument with my director, I once again was invited to leave. This wasn't the end of things because I found myself in residency in Brooklyn, New York, where I had the most incredible medical experience of my life. I finally got the training wheels off. I was able to practice medicine, make the difference in people's lives. And it's also where I met the love of my life, Abigail, who was silly enough to believe in me and was generous enough to give up a portion of her Mother's Day to come here today with my 4 beautiful sons. Who fill our lives with love and chaos and joy. You will succeed, and you will fail, but you will never succeed if you don't pick yourself up from your failings. Medicine has led me to some incredible places. After the earthquake in Haiti, I volunteered with the International Medical Court and was able to do incredible things and save many lives under the harshest of conditions. There was so much death and devastation. I now have the privilege of serving my fellow veterans and teaching future physicians in emergency medicine. How cool is that? And speaking of Haiti, I want to tell you a short story. I signed a non-disclosure agreement here, so I have to be careful how I state this. There was a cholera epidemic in Haiti about a year after the earthquake, and once again I volunteered to go. Now, folks that know me know that I snore like few other human beings, and my tent was banished to the other side of the compound because nobody else could sleep around me. So my last night we were there, we had a few beers and we're celebrating surviving this adventure, which meant, of course, I snored even harder. Now, a certain movie star who I can't name, but his name rhymes with Ponchen, had taken ill. He'd gotten really ill and needed a doctor. Luckily, they could hear me from the house, so they got me to take care of him, got him over the hump, and was back in the land of Walmart the next day. A couple of weeks later, I see a picture of him jogging with Scarlett Johansson. I guess he recovered. So I'm so happy to celebrate your incredible accomplishment, but I challenge each and every one of you not to rest on your laurels and to take advantage of what this country, your community, and your community colleges and the educational system have to offer. This is a wonderful thing you've done, but it's only a step on your life's journey. Work hard, try, fail, pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and try again. Because none of my failures made a bit of difference to the family of the gentleman whose life I saved last night. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Quesada, for sharing your challenges and accomplishments. We admire your story of persistence and courage to overcome all the challenges in your journey. May your story inspire our GED graduates. The next part of the program is the awarding of various scholarships to GED graduates who have goals of continuing to college. May we call on those who are the awardees to please approach the stage. We have the following awards: an award for the highest GED score, 8 awards for GED graduates who submitted the best essays about the impact of GED on their lives and about their educational goal, and 7 awards for CLC adult education students enrolling in college for the first time this coming fall. Now we are calling on Mr. Gary Pickens, the Regional Assistant Superintendent of Schools, to present the highest GED score award.
Well, thank you. This is the fun part, isn't it? The highest GED score award goes to Emily Elizabeth Love of Grays Lake. Emily passed her GED with the highest score of 766 out of 800. That was in 2016. Unfortunately, Emily's unable to join us today, and so on her behalf, I thank you for this award. Okay.
Our next awards are from the Regional Office of Education. The ROE scholarships are awarded to 6 GED graduates who wrote the best essays about the impact of completing their GED and their educational and career goal. We have the Honorable Royce Lee Wood, Regional Superintendent of Schools, to present the awards. As I call your name, please step up to the stage to receive your award. Kyla Hillard, she wants to pursue an Associate in Arts in Psychology at CLC. Catherine Hoyt, who wants to pursue an Administrative Office Systems certificate at CLC. Gloria Sanchez Hernandez plans to pursue an Administrative Office Systems certificate at CLC. Concepcion Soto plans to pursue a Paralegal Studies career program at CLC. Erica Woodrich plans to pursue an associate degree in hospitality and culinary management at CLC. And lastly, no one, right? Okay. Our next awards are from the Libertyville Women's Club. These scholarships go to 2 GED graduates who also wrote the best essays. Here to present the awards are Ms. Judith Haga, President of the Libertyville Women's Club, and Ms. Karen Schmidt, Executive Director of the CLC Foundation. Will the 2 Libertyville Women's Club awardees step up to the stage? Laura Koskor plans to pursue an associate degree in business. She did not come? Okay. Oh. Laura wants to pursue an associate's degree in business at CLC. Guadalupe Valdez plans to pursue an Administrative Office Systems certificate at CLC.
Our next awards are from the CLC Foundation's GED Building 4 scholarships, which are awarded to completers from the CLC Adult Education Program who will be taking their first college credit course. There are 7 CLC adult education students who finished the program this spring and are transitioning to CLC's college career programs in the fall. Here to present their awards are Mr. Ken Gotch, Vice President of Administrative Affairs at CLC, and Ms. Karen Schmidt, Executive Director of the CLC Foundation. Will the 7 GED Building 4 awardees please approach to the stage? As I call your name, please step up to the stage to receive your award. Jaime Hernandez plans to pursue an associate's degree in accounting. Annabelle Martinez plans to pursue a medical billing and coding certificate. Michael Owens plans to pursue an associate's degree in computer information technology. Alejandra Ramirez plans to pursue an associate in arts degree. Audra Stillwell plans to pursue an associate's degree in dental hygiene. And Kaya Wilson plans to pursue an associate's in science degree. Congratulations to you and all the other GED Scholarship awardees. Good luck in your future education, and thank you to the Regional Office of Education, the Libertyville Women's Club, and the CLC Foundation for providing these scholarships to open opportunities for HSE graduates. Can we give them all another round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the GED completers from 2014 through 2017. Graduates, please rise and come forward to the stage, one row at a time, to receive your certificate from the members of the CLC Board of Trustees and the Honorable Royce Lee Wood.
Butina Abdelkalek. Shimon Adams. Shanice Adams. Maribel Aguilar. Jose Aguilera. Oscar Almendares. Marina Alemán. Graciela Alonso. Tahitha Anderson. Angélica Ansúrez. Rosalinda Argueta Irías. Rafael Arriola. Roberto Baeza. Mayra Balvaneda. Francisca Bañuelos. María Barrera. Raquel Barrera. Alejandro Beltrán. Verónica Beltrán González. Victoria Brito. Ana Patricia Camarena Ortega. Raquel Lachey Campbell. Ángel Cárdenas.
María Casmaro Díaz. Isaela Guadalupe Castro. Lidia Castro. Daniel Caraballo. Jasmine Crump. Oriana Crump. Alberto Diaz. Anastasia Jim Toke. Hugo Escamilla. José Farjado. María Flores. Chad Fresmere. Cassandra García. Daniela Guadarramo. Guerrero. Carolina Hazen. Carolyn. Jaime Hernández.
José Hernández. Karen Hernández. Caden Hill. Kyla Hillard. Catherine Hoyt. Angelica Wicochea. Kayla Lynn Jackson. Layla Kitsaro. Kochor. Laura Kochor. Thank you. Mariela Lara. Esmeralda Lara Ramirez. Nicholas Levin. Dylan Lewis. Susan Lips. Delia Lomas. Samuel López. Andrea Marquez. Jessica Martin. Anabel Martínez. Angélica Martínez. Edgar Martínez. Leticia Martínez. María Martínez. Eric Mayfield.
Israel Medina. Francisco Javier Medina Godínez. Claudia Medina Mendez. Diana Mendez. Angie Lisette Millan Zavala. Isaiah Miller. Mariela Cecilia Morales. Damian Neighbor. Philip Navis. Shurong Nicolette. María del Carmen Nuño Olmos. Shingan Ningerai. Margarita Ocampo. Lisa Owing. Marisela Olivares Ortiz. Michael Owens. Susanna Paulson. Jose Perez. Popoca. Ana Popoca.
Alejandra Ramírez. Raquel Ramos. María del Carmen Reyes. Ricardo Rivera. Kendra Rivers. Gabriela Robles. Verónica Rodríguez. Marina Rogel. Samantha Salcedo. Diana Sánchez. Rosa Sánchez. Gloria Sánchez Hernández. Luz Antonio Sánchez Montes de Oca. Cody Sherman. Concepción Soto. Audra Stillwell. Matthew Stroud. Diana Ramirez. Saraswati Shrestha. A little bit. Caden. Caden Swearing Granger. Deja Smith. Ready? Luzby Solís. Pedro Talavera. Urrutia. Keila Urrutia. Guadalupe Valdés. Alejandra Vázquez. Cecilia Vázquez. Is it Villafain? Villafain? Chantal Villafain. Alejandra Villagómez. Eduardo Villalobos. Emilio Villalobos. Allison Walker. Amanda Walker. Rontasia Washington Ali. Charlotte Wesley. Samantha Wicks. Kaya Wilson. Is it Danijay? Danijay Winston. Erica Woodrich. Elizabeth Cepeda. Mayra Venancio. Amber Rodriguez. Amber Rodriguez. Susana Cornejo Medina. Last but not least. Last but not least. Vicky Campbell.
GED graduates, please remain standing. Now we will have the Regional Superintendent of Schools to confer the GED or High School Equivalency Certificate. Royce Lee.
I sometimes get lost behind the podium. So I'm going to step out here so that nobody misses this part of it. It is my pleasure to confer, due to the state of Illinois giving me that opportunity, the GED certificate with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. As a symbol of your achievement, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations to you and your families. Thank you.
Thank you. You may now sit down. And let's give the graduates another round of applause. Congratulations! Woo! So now we wish you the very best in your future endeavors, and we hope that your educational journey does not stop here. Furthermore, we hope that you will take your next steps by applying for college at CLC. We want to see you this fall semester. Remember that CLC has a welcoming, inclusive, and supportive environment, and we, administrators, faculty, and staff will help you reach your goals. Again, congratulations. Before we leave, here are some announcements. To the audience, please remain seated until after the graduates have exited the gym. After the recessional, we invite you to the tent. We will have some refreshments and some conversations. For your convenience, you may exit at the doors. Also, the doors right behind you will be open. So again, congratulations. This concludes our program.